Till we get it. I'ma get it. Till we get it.
Hey you guys! Welcome to Pretty Chic Beauty, and I am Jasmine Alexis. I'm so excited to be coming to you guys with a brand new video. So this is going to be the first video like this on my channel. Basically what I'm going to do is, it's going to be like my favorites video. It's going to be a combination video of my 2015 favorites. In addition to that, it's kind of like a tag, a 40 question tag to say the least. The only thing is I didn't do all 40 questions because there's two parts to it. There's like a makeup part and then there's like a skincare part, and I did not want this video to be like super duper long, and I knew if I would have included like all my skincare products and my skincare regimen in this video, it would have been extremely long and you guys would have had to grab like 2 bags of popcorn, some chips, maybe a hot dog, because you guys were going to be here for a minute. So I thought rather than to do that, I would just take the makeup portion of it, and that did cut a few questions off. But not to say that I'm not going to do a skincare video on my channel, but I definitely will. If you guys would like to see a skincare video, maybe like a nighttime get unready with me video, or even like a morning time get ready with me video, leave me comments in the comment section and I can definitely put together that for you. I'm not a dermatologist or anything, but I do have like certain products that I do use consistently. So other than that, we have a few questions to get to, so let's go ahead and hop in. If you guys see me looking at any kind of paper, this is the paper that has all of my questions on it. So I have to look at this just so that I know like which questions I'm answering. So pretty much what's gonna happen is I will for each question I'll usually have like 2 products for you guys. So I'll have like a high-end product, and then I'll also have a drugstore product that I like just as much. So that way you guys kind of get, you know, people who are not necessarily into high-end products, they can still benefit from watching this video, because I will always have a drugstore product that I like just as much as my high-end product. Cool, so without any further questions, let's jump right in. So the first product is, what foundation do you use? So let's start off with the high-end. I will always start off with the high-end first. My favorite high-end foundation for 2015 was the Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. This stuff is absolutely amazing. I'm pretty oily, so this stuff right here, combined with a really good primer, it stayed on all day. I can't say that I've ever worn my makeup longer than 12 hours, but I can say that this did stay on all 12 hours. So this is a holy grail. I'm not too sure of the price point. I'm gonna take a guess and say it's about like $30 around there, but I will leave all of the links for these products in the description box below. Drugstore foundation. It's going to be my holy grail Black Opal foundations. So I love Black Opal. They're absolutely amazing. Their coverage is great. The price point is even better. Good for deeper skin tone. I use 2, and I use these 2 together. The first one is the Even True foundation, and it looks like this. Right? And then my second one is going to be the True Color Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation, and that's by Black Opal as well. I make these 2 together because of the consistencies. This one is really thick, almost like a concealer, so you can, if you get a different shade, you can use it as a concealer as well, but this one is a little bit thinner too, but mixed together they have the perfect coverage. So I do use both. This Even True one, Flawless Skin, I am the color Truly Topaz, but in the Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation, I am the color Nutmeg. So definitely these are great combinations together. Okay, next question. What are my favorite concealers to use? So starting off with high-end concealers, I am such a fan of the MAC Studio Finish Concealer. It's holy grail. It's a classic, but it works. Especially, this is my favorite concealer to use in the wintertime because it does not budge, but it gives me a good coverage all day long. So I use this shade in NC42, and then I also use NC45, just depending on what kind of look I want to go for that day. If I want to go for a more dramatic look, I use NC42. If I want to go for a natural kind of look, not too much, more so my everyday look, I will go for the NC45. But these are fantastic. Favorite drugstore concealer. These are a classic. Everyone knows about them. They're amazing. And I mean, everyone knows about them. So no need to give them an introduction because you guys, I guarantee, see them in almost every single YouTube video. But it's of course the LA Girl Pro Concealer. My go-to shades are Fawn, Warm Honey, and to contour I always grab Beautiful Bronze. So, but these are really awesome for the price point. Depending on what beauty supply store you find them at, you can find them easily for like $1.99. I think the most I've seen them is for $2.99. You can also get them on Lady Moss's website, and they're amazing. I use them today in this look here, and they never fail me usually. And I can honestly say that I can pair this drugstore product with a high-end foundation and it will look the exact same as if I used a high-end concealer with a high-end foundation. So these are really great, and I honestly, if you are a makeup artist, they're great for your kit, and I love them. The next question on here is, what do you think of fake eyelashes? I love fake eyelashes. Fake eyelashes don't love me all the time. So some days I can put the puppies on in 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. And then other days it will take me literally 20 minutes. And the hardest part for me is getting down those corners. So like this will be on the other sides, they'll be great. But then getting down those corners, oh, the trickiest part. So if anyone has any tips on how to get down the corners, you know where to leave it. But love fake eyelashes. High-end brand fake eyelash girl. Whenever I attend the makeup shows, that's usually when I do get my high-end brand makeup eyelashes. I love Cocoa lashes. I'm out right now, or else I would show you guys some. But my favorite from Cocoa Lashes is Goddess Lashes. But other than that, my favorite drugstore brand eyelashes are Broadway Eyes. These puppies are amazing. They are so easy to put on. I love the band. It's not a thick band. It's super duper thin. And basically anything in a wispy form, I'm sold on. So these actually, I will love these over my Ardell lashes just because they're so easy to put on. Not to mention, I think I paid like $1.99 for these. You can get these at any beauty supply, and even if you do not have a local beauty supply in your area, you can order a stack of these off of Amazon. So they're great. The link that I will leave below, because not many beauty supplies have websites, so the link that I'll leave below, it will actually be the link to Amazon. However, I do think Amazon's price point is a smidget higher. My favorite high-end mascara has to be the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Of course, this is a classic. It's been around for a while, but it's my absolute favorite. I love the fact that like I could put 2 coats of this on and I'd be good to go. I do not like having to like coat my lashes with mascara, just due to the fact that yeah, it looks great throughout the day, but when it comes to that night, I am Q-tip after Q-tip after Q-tip after Q-tip. eye makeup remover, trying to get that stuff off because no one wants to wake up with a raccoon eye. For drugstore mascara is going to have to be the Power Volume Black Smoke 24 Hour. I believe it's by L'Oreal, but this is my absolute favorite. It's really great. I love the wand on it again. Pretty much any wand that gives me volume and length, I will love. More so volume over length though, because my lashes don't have to be too long, but I do like the full effect of them. So this is great. The reason why I love this is because it's matte, and it's not every day that you go to the drugstore and you see a matte black mascara. So if you can get your paws on this, it's amazing. Sephora or MAC? What's my favorite store? Which one will I go with? Honestly, I will have to say that I like MAC. One thing I do not like about MAC is that they have limited edition like sets, and if I'm in love with it, once I use it all up, it's gone. I have really great holy grails that'll never go old, and I love it, love them for that. However, for my diverse brands and my NARS and my Bobbi Browns and my Makeup Forevers and my Buxton, I have to give it up to Sephora. I do really like Sephora. Also, another thing that I like about Sephora is that Sephora has a Sephora brand, and honestly a lot of people pass by it because they're like, they want to get to everything else. But I will say one of my favorite holy grails in 2015 was the Bright Future Gel Concealer, and it's the Sephora brand. And I am the color Cream Caramel. In my opinion, this is the best dupe for the NARS Radiant Concealers. It is so pigmented. So to answer the question, Sephora all day long. Sorry, MAC. But you guys still have some of my great holy grails that I'll keep repurchasing and keep repurchasing forever, 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 and ever, ever. What makeup tools do you use in a makeup application? Let's just start with the eyes. These are the brushes that I use every day for eye look. The first one being my MAC 224 Fluffy Bending Brush. I use it every single eye makeup look I do. It's amazing. Another blending one is, I got these brushes actually from Amazon, and this so it's no name on it. However, the closest brush set to these that do have a name are the ones from BH Cosmetics, the Kabuki brush set, and it's the black and gold one, and they are absolutely amazing. They do a great job for blending shadows all together, so this one's great. And then also to do my eyebrows, I have the Anastasia Duo Brow Pencil. So on one end it's a spoolie, and on the other end it's kind of like a flat top brush. And so I use the spoolie end more so than anything, but if I need to blend out my concealer, or some days I'll use it for concealer, or once I wash it off I'll use it to put the brow powder under there. It just depends on what I need it for. But this one's great too. So this one here, it's a MAC one, but I'm not sure of what number it is because the number's gone. But I use this to get in my crease. So getting in here is really great for it. The best dupe for this is the one from Coastal Scents. I think it's like $1.99. This one, my next brush is for Coastal Scents. I use this to put shadows on my lid, and it's they have weird numbers on it, but it's like a BRC S52 brush. Best one is also just another Coastal Scents brush, but I use this to fill in my eyebrows when I use powder as well. It's the BRC S19, and I also use this for when I want to use my pomade on my brows. And then to put the concealer on here, this is a concealer brush from the BH Cosmetics Party Girl line, and it's just an angled brush, but this is really great as well. So now onto the face brushes that I use for my makeup. So I pretty much just, depending on what look I'm doing, I can use more than this, but these are just pretty much the standard. Every time I do my makeup, I grab for one of these brushes. So the first one is going to be this Bdellium Tool 974, and I use this whenever I want to put on like setting powder. I will use this one, and it's so great, so fluffy, it's really soft. This next one is a Sonia Keshik brush. This was from a limited edition set from Target, and I use this for all over the face. So if I want to set my entire face, I use this one. And then I use this one for like bronzing up my cheek. So whenever I use if I don't do like a contour that day, or even if I do a contour, I bronze up my face with this one. With this one, I use it for my highlight. This is an Ego Tools brush, and it's kind of like a fan brush. I don't know if you can see that. It's really good for making sure that it spreads out the product evenly, so I love this one. This one was another one from the Amazon set that I bought, but pretty much any look I'm doing, I always use a kabuki brush. For this particular one, I use this to set whenever I go in with my powdered foundation, the lighter powder, I use it to set underneath my eye, and then also like kind of like if I'm brushing away any setting powder, I'll use it for that as well. I have a Real Techniques contour brush that I use as well for every single look. They're pretty much all of the ones that I use for no matter what kind of look I'm doing. I will always grab one of those brushes, especially my eye brushes. I usually feel like you only need about 5 different eye brushes to get a successful eye look. So those are the ones that I use. Next question on here, what is your favorite eyeshadow? So this one, of course, 2015, most talked about, highly anticipated, always sold out, gotta get it within 5 minutes or else it's gone. Don't refresh your cart, add it to the cart, have your credit card ready, because if you don't, it'll be sold out all over Instagram. You get notified, and then 2 minutes later, before you can even reach the website, it's down because it's sold out because of too much traffic. But I'm gonna have to give it up to my Morphe, I'm gonna have to give it up to my Morphe 350 palette. Now I'm not sure, like some people say 350, but then some people say 350. So I'm gonna go with 350 because it kind of makes sense, because they also have like 35W and then 35M or whatever other ones they have. Usually it's a letter after it, so I would imagine. But this is my favorite neutrals palette. I'm going to consider this a drugstore product because, and this is the reason why, because it's if a palette like this from like MAC, $100 easily. This palette, I got it for, I think it was $20 before shipping. I'm pretty sure. I actually got my palette. Lady Moss had a set amount that they were selling on her website, and at the time the Morphe website was sold out, but Lady Moss did, I don't know how many they had. That sale was crazy, but I was able to get my hands on one, so I did order mine from Lady Moss. I'm not sure if that was like a one-time thing or if that's something that they consistently do, but that's when I got my hands on it. Now, as far as like a high-end palette, I have to give it up to all of my Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes that they come out with, just because they never fail me. There's always enough shimmer, matte, neutral, all that, and no matter what palette they come out with. And then for the price point, it's really good as well. I think the most expensive one they have is $30, but you get like 10 shadows in there, sometimes 12, and I think that's really great compared to like a Urban Decay palette or a Smashbox palette, or even, once again, a MAC palette. So I love my Maya Mia, and I had to, like, I love all my Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, but I had to pick one, and I'm like, okay, which one are you constantly reaching for no matter what look you're doing, or this, you always use one color out of that palette, and it was definitely my Maya Mia palette. If I open it up, you can see that I've hit pan on a few different shadows. It looks like I hit pan on Caramel there, and barely pressing pan on Sienna, Glisten. This is just a really versatile palette that I love so very much. If you want to do a matte look, you have 4 perfect matte shades right there well, you would have had 5, but that one's gone. But you have it right there. Great brow bone colors. So this is fantastic whenever I'm on the go and I don't want to use up all this puppy because no one knows when it might become available again. I try to use this one up too. Alright, next question. So, do you use pencil or liquid eyeliner? And I use both. Now, I do not have a high-end liquid liner. I don't have one of those. I ran out of the one that I did have. So, both of my holy grails are going to be drugstore ones. So the first one is the NYC liquid liner, and just a short quick story on how I came across this one. They were actually sold out of my holy grail, the e.l.f. one, and so I had heard tons of talks about this one, so I picked up the NYC one, and we had a love-hate relationship at first, not gonna lie to you. But the lasting and longevity of this when you put it on your eye is what has me keep going back to it. And then of course my Rimmel Scandalous kohl pencil. I use this to line my waterline. I use brown because I think it looks a little bit more natural, especially when you go to smoke it out. If you want to like smudge it, I think it looks a lot more natural versus doing black all the time. So I will use black on my top and then brown on my bottom, because usually when I smoke it out, I'm smoking it out with some type of brown or orange color, kind of like I did today. What do you think of pigment eyeshadows? So for me, I do not have a lot of loose pigment eyeshadows. It's not that I don't like them, I just don't really use them. So I don't have a lot of them, but I do, and honestly, none that I would consider my favorite. But NYX has some really great ones, but I wouldn't consider my favorite because I don't grab for them every day. However, I do have something that I would consider loose pigment. I mean, not loose pigment, but it's definitely pigmented. And that's my ColourPop shadows. This one I have is called Lala, and this is the Super Shock Shadow. I love it. When I first got these, I have a few of the different ColourPop shadows, and I use this on my lid today. But when I first got this, I tried to use it with a brush, and it was a complete utter fail. And I was like, well, everybody on YouTube says use your finger, so I used my finger, and you guys, this stuff is amazing. Look at that. That is one swatch. This is my absolute favorite, and I put it on with my finger, and absolute favorite. Another one that I do like as well are the Urban Decay ones. They're pigmented. I'm not sure what Urban Decay calls it, but basically you use it wet, and I know that it comes in like Cowboy, and then there's another one, but I like those two. But if I didn't want to spend that much just on one, ColourPop, girl. ColourPop. Okay? ColourPop. Favorite lipstick. Now, my favorite lippy, it's kind of an oldie, but it's my go-to lippy, and it's by Maybelline, and I've gone through so many tubes of these, and it's in Untainted Spice. If this is my go-to lip. Let me tell y'all, like Kylie Jenner, whenever they were going, the world was doing Kylie Jenner lips, and it was like Whirl and Spice by MAC. Let me just tell y'all, Whirl, and I think the other one was like Spice or something like that. Whatever that lip combo is, that is not for every skin tone. So, and it's so funny because it looks so different on many different skin tones. So I was like, I don't really care for it on mine. It was just a little bit too rosy for me, but I still like to you know, get that type of lip. I went with this one, and this is my absolute favorite. Ever since I found this one, I've been put on ever since, and I always, this is my go-to lip because I can apply it even just without a lip liner, and it looks bomb. So, my favorite lip gloss. Y'all. Alright. Now, let me tell y'all, this right here is was a limited edition set that I got at Christmas time. So I didn't have it to use throughout all of 2015, but when I got it, I did not stop using it. This is going to be the Anastasia Beverly Hills gloss set that she had whenever during Christmas time, and it came with like a few different glosses. Some were mattes and some were shimmers, and then some were like the lip glosses, but this is my absolute favorite. It's called Metallic Rose, and usually I will wear this either by itself or I will put it over top of something, but it's my absolute favorite. Let me swatch it for you guys. It's so pigmented and it smells amazing. So that's going to be the swatch right there of it. Absolutely amazing. You can pair it by itself, you can pair it with a lip liner, or if you want to put it over top of that Untainted Spice by Maybelline, you can do that too. And it stays on long, it doesn't feel too waxy, and it smells kind of like cookie dough all day. So I love it, and most importantly, it doesn't leave my lips like with that greasy feeling that some lip glosses do. Now, my favorite drugstore, to give it up to the NYX Intense Butter Glosses because they're so pigmented and they give you just really great coverage, and they keep your lips moisturized all day long. So like literally when I leave the house, and this color is in Tres Leches but it's right there. And literally when I leave the house, it's on all day. So I don't have to worry about it coming off. I don't have to worry about refreshing. But I keep one of these in my car, and I usually keep one of these in my purses too, because no matter what lip liner or lipstick I'm wearing, I can usually easily get one, grab one of these, pair it up, and it still looks great. So this next question is, what is my favorite blush to use? Now my favorite blush is going to be, I started a MAC blush palette whenever I went to Las Vegas for my birthday, and I'm adding to it. So like whenever I find a blush, I buy just the pan size, and I'm not sure many of you know this, probably do, but at MAC, when you buy the pans, the refillable pans, and you put them in the palette, it's actually cheaper than buying the blush itself. So I think a blush itself at MAC is like $22 or $23. Well, these pans are $17. So I buy those and I put them in here, and you can easily pop them out if you wanted to. I'm not going to try to pop these out, but I will try and find the name of them and then leave them in the bottom. And these are really great for, they're pretty neutral. They look great on my skin tone, and if I didn't want to bronze one day, the first one up here has some bronzing specks in it, so I love this. Drugstore blush is going to be the Milani baked powder in Rose Rose Doro. It's number 2, y'all. And so this is my favorite one. It's kind of metallic-y. I swatched it right there for you guys. Those are horrible swatches of blushes, and it's really great on deeper skin tones, and because it has some kind of reflections of gold in there. For me personally, I think reflections of gold look better on me than silver, so anything that pretty much has gold in it, I'm down with. Do you buy your makeup on eBay? So I have not bought any makeup on eBay. The only thing that I did buy from eBay that was makeup related were the makeup brushes. However, I do buy makeup online. I would usually buy it from like BH Cosmetics or Coastal Scents or ColourPop. Other than that, I haven't really found any makeup on eBay that I like. So, do you like drugstore makeup? Duh! Drugstore products can be just as great as high-end products, but in addition to that, drugstore products can add up and become just as pricey as high-end products. So, you know, yes, you may get more out of the drugstore, but girl, I went on a drugstore haul and I felt like I went on a haul in Sephora. Did you ever consider taking makeup classes? I actually did want to take some makeup classes, and as far as like not to branch off and do makeup professionally, but I did want to take some makeup classes just to better my art and better my craft. And that's something that is definitely like on my goal list before I'm 25 to get to those makeup classes. So I definitely want to continue to go to them, and even if it's just I'm taking one class at a time, it's still something that I definitely want to do. Are you clumsy in putting on makeup? I am not clumsy when putting on my makeup. I am a person who feels like everything that you put on your face has a place, and it needs to be in that place. So I do take my time when I do my makeup. If I can't take my time, I would prefer just to kind of skip it and maybe simplify it all together, just because I am a borderline over the top perfectionist. Name a makeup crime that you hate. A makeup crime that I hate, okay. So a makeup crime that I hate are eyelashes that are super thick and they don't look natural, and whenever a person blinks, their eyelashes blink at you before they do. Like, girl, we can see that. We can see the thickism in your lash. Like, I think if you're gonna wear false eyelashes, they should look natural, and it's some dramatic lashes like the Allure lashes, the House of Lashes, they have really pretty over the top dramatic lashes, and some people can pull those off, but like some lashes just look cheap and plastic, and I just stop it. Stop. So that's just my makeup pet peeve. Other than that, I think makeup it's your own. So whatever you like, that's what you like. Who am I to say that that's wrong? Colorful shades or neutral ones? I like my neutral shades. However, I am going to do better with my colorful shades and branching out to just experimenting with the color a little bit more and kind of get out of my safe zone. As a person who does love makeup, you know, there's a time and place for all makeup. So although I may not wear that bright colorful green to work, I mean, you guys might want to see something like that. So I'm not gonna not do it, because makeup is about stepping out of your comfort zone. So that is something that I will work on. But if I had to pick one or two, I prefer neutral, and I prefer for it to be matte. Which celebrity always has great makeup? I have to say Tamar Braxton always has, her makeup is always on point, in my opinion. Whether it's she's on her reality show, or she's performing, or she's in a magazine, it's just always flawless and just beat, and I love it. So whoever her makeup artist is, shout out to y'all. So if you could leave the house using just one makeup item, what would you use? If I had to leave the house with only putting on one makeup item, I would put on my MAC Deep Dark Mineralized Skin Finish, because it's amazing. Like, literally, that is how I woke up. Like, if anybody asked me how'd you wake up, that's, honey, is how I got up out of bed, and I was born this way, and I had that perfection skin like that, and you can't tell me anything different, because it is absolutely perfect. If I ever leave the house without any makeup on, absolutely I can leave the house without any makeup on. As a matter of fact, if I'm not going to work, pretty much I do not have makeup on. When I come home from work, I'm ready to take this stuff off. If I'm not recording, I'm ready to take this stuff off. After I record, I'm ready to take this stuff off. So as much as I love it, I like for my skin to be able to breathe. I believe your skin should be able to breathe. I don't believe you should wear makeup 7 times a week, 24 hours, I think you should have some kind of breathing. Your skin should have some kind of breathing time, right? So I appreciate my natural skin and how it looks. So yes, I can leave the house without makeup. In your opinion, what is the best makeup line? This is a tough one. And if I had to pick a drugstore line, what would be the best makeup line drugstore? Black Opal, hands down. What do you think of makeup? Honestly, and that's the last question that sums up this video. I feel like makeup should be used to enhance you, and it shouldn't be used as a cover up. Now granted, let me explain what I mean by that. You can cover up your scars, you can cover up your imperfections, but it doesn't make them go away. So I don't think makeup should be used to, I don't feel like when you put makeup on, you should love yourself any more before you did when you didn't have makeup on. If that makes sense. I feel like, you know, if makeup changes your perception of who you are, you know, because I feel like you should love yourself with or without makeup. Makeup is a art. It's an addition. It's an add-on. But it doesn't change who you are. And it doesn't change what imperfections you have. It hides them, but it doesn't change them. So to answer that last question, I love makeup. I think it's great. I think that it's, you know, it's great. You can change up what you look like. You can change your shape. You can change your eye features, you can change your eyebrows, you can change your lip color, you can change your highlight, you can change all that, but like I said, it doesn't replace the originals of what God gave you. So that's my opinion on makeup, and that concludes this makeup 40 question tag challenge / 2015 favorites. I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and then leave comments in the comment section. If there was something that maybe you used one of these products, let me know. Leave that in the comment section as well. And then also, if maybe you want to try out one of these products that you didn't know about, leave that in the comment section below as well. Now, this does not say that I didn't have any more favorites from 2015. I just couldn't fit them all in this video. So if you stuck with me this long, you guys are the real MVPs, because this, I know if it was long of me recording it, I can only imagine you guys watching it. So thank you for all of your support and continuing to watch and like and comment my videos and share them. I really appreciate that, you guys, and I hope to see you all back for the next one.